Okay, we'll call this regular council meeting to order for August the 25th. It's 3 p.m. and I please ask Councillor Bates to read the land acknowledgement.
The town of Innisfail acknowledges that we are meeting on Treaty 7 territory, the ancestral and traditional territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Kainai, Piikani, Siksika, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and Stoney Nakoda First Nation. We acknowledge that this territory is home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, within the historical Northwest Métis homeland. We acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis and Inuit who have lived in and cared for these lands for generations. We are grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. We make this acknowledgement as an act of reconciliation and gratitude to those whose territory we reside on.
Okay, thank you. And we'll move into 2.1. Are there any additions or deletions? No. Could I please have someone make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented? Councillor Maceras.
Thank you. Mayor Barclay, I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. And we'll move into 3.1, the regular council meeting minutes for August the 11th. I'll please have someone make a motion that we adopt those minutes.
Barclay will make that motion.
Thank you, Councillor Dunham. All in favor? Okay, thank you. And then the agenda and priority meeting minutes for August the 18th. Please have someone make a motion for those. Councillor Bates.
I'll move the agenda and priority meeting minutes.
All right, thank you. All in favor? Okay, carried. And we'll move into 4.1, the council action control. Does anybody have any questions about anything on this? If not, I'll please just have a motion that we accept the council action control as presented. Councillor Hystad.
Your Worship, I'll make the motion to accept the council action control.
Awesome, thank you. All in favor? Okay, carried. Okay, we'll move into 5.1 with Director Vickers and special ballot and election update.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Barclay. So we do have just a couple updates regarding the election that will be happening later this year, as well as I am proposing to ask Council to pass a resolution for Section 77.1 of the Local Authorities Election Act that will authorize administration to use the certain methods and application period for special ballots. So to supplement our bylaw, Council must pass a resolution to request the use of special ballots. So administration is recommending that electors may apply for special ballots by either mail, email, fax, in phone, or in person, with an application period from September 2nd all the way to October 15th at 4:30. And in order to be valid, applications must be completed on the official election form prescribed by the Local Authorities Election Act. So what a special ballot means is, in the past, it was if you were unable to vote for some reason by way of illness or injury, or you were out of the area, you could apply for a special ballot to vote early, and then we collect those, hold them, and open and count them on election night. It's a little bit different now, whereas you can just apply for a special ballot. If you just don't want to go and vote in person, you can apply for a special ballot, but during this procedure. We cut it off on October 15th because we do have to account for mailing time for the package to be sent out to the person. Even on the 15th might be a bit close, but that's what we're doing for that. So we do have our advanced voting opportunities. We have been advertising those quite a bit recently. So we have Friday, October 10th from 4 to 8. Saturday, October 11th from 10 to 4. The following weekend is just the exact same on the 17th and 18th. And then the Monday is the formal election day on the 20th. So we will be offering a second candidate information session on September 16th, so located here at 6 o'clock in council chambers. And just a reminder that nomination closes at 12 noon on September 22nd. Withdrawals will be accepted until 12 noon on September 23rd. So the one big change that came recently out of the government is that in the past, if there is 6 members for council that will be sitting, and if at the end of day or at noon on September 22nd there was 6 people, in the past no one was allowed to withdraw even in that 24-hour period. So they have changed the regulations now that we still have to allow withdrawal, even if that means we'll go less than the required candidates. then that means we have to open back up nominations for another 24-hour period until we get that required number of nominations. So that's kind of the big difference is right there. One of the new things for this election is municipalities are required to maintain a permanent voter register. The town will manage this process using a software called VoterView. The initial list of electors has been provided by Elections Alberta, and electors have been encouraged to review their information through Elections Alberta system by August 15th of 2025. And now the final list has been transferred into VoterView for our elector list. From that point forward, the town is responsible for maintaining the register in VoterView. Any elector may still come forward or correct their information directly with the town now. So when you go online to Elections Alberta, you can update your elector information. It will not be current at our election now on October 20th. So if you do have moved or want to change your information, you can reach out to us directly and we can update that information. And if someone is not on the voter list and you show up to vote on election day, you still can vote. There's nothing that says you can't vote. But we just have to add you to the list now. So there is a procedure, a small, about a 5-minute form that will have to be filled out. We'll have to attach you to the list and then you'd be eligible to vote. The same type of ID is still required. So you can do one piece of government issued ID with their name and residential address, or 2 pieces of other non-government. So a bank account, a utility bill, things like that. The post just opened up today for our election workers. We'll be looking for approximately 20 workers to staff the advance votes election day as well as ballot counting. And we are going to have 2 different training sessions on October 2nd, one at 2 p.m. and one at 5 p.m. And they'll be in council chambers as well. And this will be training on the VoterView computer system. So as everyone knows, this year we have to do manual counting. So we have decided that we will be using the kangaroo method for counting. So this process involves grouping. So ballots are going to be sorted into standardized piles of 25 ballots per group to keep counts consistent. Verification, so each group will be cross-checked by more than one election worker to ensure accuracy. And then recording, each group is transferred into official tally sheet with totals confirmed at each stage. So there's double and triple verifications of each count at every step. This method provides a clear, transparent process that minimizes counting errors. And we're also well underway for our recruitment for our council remuneration committee. We'll meet in late September to have council review council pay and benefits before the 2026 budget, but also before the election. So I'll take any questions, but I am looking for council that council approves that electors may apply for a special ballot by mail, email, fax, phone, or in person, and that the application period shall be open on September 2nd, 2025 and close on October 15th, 2025.
Thank you, Director Vickers. Councillor Wing.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley, through to Director Vickers. So I just want to clarify around this special ballot. The application time is September 2nd to October the 15th.
Correct.
When do those ballots have to be back, and how do we know that they're, that's not here? Doesn't say when they have to be received by the town.
So, okay, so doesn't have to be part of the motion, but it does have to be received by 8 o'clock on nomination day. So, and that will be inside their package that they receive when they have to have it back by.
Okay, so that's nominations. But what about, this is to vote, right?
So this is just, they have to apply to receive a package. So this is just, we're opening up the time period for them to apply
for the package.
For a package.
Okay, so
Yes.
then you have 7 days to get them a package and get it back, and it has to be received with their ballots by when?
It has to be received on election day, so on the 20th.
And that would be like an official, like a postmark or a date stamp?
They have to, it
can come
has to
by-
be in our hands.
Okay.
They have to hand deliver it back to us.
Okay.
It can't be in the mail. They can't mail it back to us. They have to come and
Okay.
bring it in.
So that's written somewhere?
It will be in the package
Okay.
that they receive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, thanks.
Okay.
And one other thing I'll just
sorry.
clarify is that the packages can't be picked up by them until after nomination day. So they can apply ahead of time and get on the list, and then once they're ready, we would mail them out a package immediately, is what would happen.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Councillor Maceros.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley, through to Director Vickers. What's the difference then? How does that make it easier for someone who is applying for this special package?
What do you mean?
I mean, why does someone apply for a special ballot when they have to bring it in, when they have to return it by hand anyway?
Well, so, for example, you could apply, we would send it to you on, say, September 24th, you would vote and send it back, you could bring it back the very next day. And then we would put it in our vault, and we're gonna lock it up, and on election day, we're gonna open them all up and record your vote in that moment.
Okay, so it's just,
Yeah, if you're not
Okay.
around, if you go away on a holiday and you're not here on the 20th of October,
Okay.
this gives you still an option to vote.
okay. And one more question. It says that electors were encouraged to review their information. How did that happen? How were they encouraged? Where was that information?
So through Elections Alberta, they put out a lot of information, and we did as well, around that you had to register to vote. So
Okay.
we did encourage that everyone had to register to vote. We were at the spring registration night, where that's what we were talking about to anyone that came up and had a chat with us as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so all those new rules are from Bill 20? 20, I think?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
not sure
I
of the
think
exact bill,
Bill
but
20
yes.
from the provincial government, so this election register and various things, so. Anybody else have any questions? No, if not, I'll please have somebody make the recommended motion. Councillor Wing.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. I would move that council approve that electors may apply for a special ballot by mail, email, fax, phone, or in person, and that the application period shall open on September 2nd, 2025, and close on October 15th, 2025 at 4:30 PM.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Okay, carried. And we will move into 5.2 with Director Vickers and a listing.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. So the town did obtain the property listed at 503 746th Street through a tax foreclosure action, and we did receive final approval granted by the Court of King's Bench. In accordance with the MGA, we are now entitled to recover tax arrears, penalties, administrative costs, and all costs related from the sale of the proceeds of this property. So we are now looking to actually properly sell this asset and make sure we get rid of it. The current assessed value of the property is sitting at $158,000. Total property tax arrears, penalties, administrative fees, legal costs incurred to date, as well as the security and debris removal costs, have brought up to just under that $14,000 mark, sitting at $13,978. In addition, the town was awarded $2,000 in court costs during the foreclosure proceedings from the judge. So for a current total recovery amount of $15,978.27. I do have the full breakdown on this second page here, down a little bit below. So administration has reviewed the assessed value and comparables in Innisfil. There is only one current active duplex. It was built in 1995 and is listed at $315,000. Given the subject property's age of 1977, its vacancy over the last couple of years, I believe it was in 2022 that it became vacant, its lack of interior updates, administration is recommending that council set the listing price at $165,000. This price reflects the property's current condition while ensuring full recovery of the town's costs and supporting a timely sale. So the sale proceeds will first be applied to cover in this order. So first we could pay our outstanding tax arrears and penalties. Then we can claim 5% of the arrears as our administrative fee, which works out to only $389.16. Then we can pay any legal court costs, finally cleanup and realtor expenses, and all balance of this money must be returned directly to the homeowner or the homeowner's heirs and things like that. So yeah, all direct costs to the town will be recovered with any surplus, and any surplus being returned to the previous owner or their heirs as required under Section 427 of the MGA. If it remains unclaimed, the surplus will be held for about 10 years, and then it would be forfeit to the town. But we do have contact information for this person's family, so we will be able to reach out.
Okay, I guess I'll have somebody make the recommended motion, please. Councillor Bates.
Yeah, I'll move that we set the listing price for the property at 503 746th Street at $165,000.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody have any comments around the property? Don't see any. Okay, did you want to have any discussion about, you'll decide whether to list it or not, and we'll just start
Yes,
with this?
Mayor Barkley, we are exploring our options,
Okay.
working with a realtor or through a private sale,
Okay.
and we'll update council as we move forward, so.
Okay, no, thank you. All right, all in favor of the motion? Okay, carried. Thank you. All right, and we will move into 6.1 with Director Jenkins and the Aquatic Center Modernization Project.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. So this is our regular update on the Aquatic Center. In terms of the construction, current activities include that hazardous materials abatement has been completed. Tile removal has been completed in the lobby and viewing area. Ceiling tile removal is complete, as well as the wall demolition within the multipurpose room, the lobby washroom, as well as the change rooms. This week, they will be starting with the removal of HVAC equipment, as well as starting on the demolition of the roof. At this time, the project remains on schedule based on their projections. Going back to July 21st, council had requested that administration may obtain a cost estimate to develop technical drawings to demonstrate the constraints relating to the various change room configurations within the current building footprint. Reaching out to the project team, the indication is that this exercise would cost approximately $8,400. If council does wish to proceed with this additional scope, we would request a motion to do so. Last Tuesday, the first of 3 public information opportunities was held at the LLC. We did have 79 individuals sign in, with the general themes of that discussion being the universal change rooms, communication, and funding. That's sort of my general administrative take, but we can discuss further council's feedback from that session. Again, we do have 2 more sessions, including attendance at Fall Registration Night on September 9th, and another session at the LLC on September 17th. We did want to highlight to council that 1 comment was received from an attendee at the open house regarding a reference in one of our FAQs to the City of Edmonton policy for utilizing only universal change rooms in new facilities. They had some information indicating that this was inaccurate. That information was provided through our architecture firm, and we're working with them to confirm accuracy, and we'll update that FAQ material once we're able to confirm one way or the other.
Okay, thank you, Director Jenkins. Does anybody have anything they would like to add? Councillor Dunham.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley, through to Director Jenkins and the SLT team. I just want to say how well it went. Although there were some heated debates, I personally feel that a lot of people walked away from there feeling a lot more comfortable with the situation. I personally was very happy to be a part of it and to have the opportunity to discuss with people why I voted and I went the direction that I did throughout it and what my beliefs are. Not just for myself, but what I see in the community and the feedback that I've gotten. I'd also like to mention that as the individual who did put forth that motion to get the information for the $8,400, that at this point in time and seeing the direction that the meeting went last time, I don't feel it's necessary, because I don't feel at this point in time that have those drawings would change anybody's mind. So if everybody's comfortable with that, I will not make any motion to proceed with that. And I just once again want to say thank you to everyone.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Councillor Hystad.
Thanks, Mayor Barkley. I would agree with Councillor Dunham on what he presented, as well as how well our SLT team as well as our councils worked with the public, and I just agree with his thoughts on the 8,400. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? No, and I think we'd all agree that I think it was a very professional approach that everybody had on Tuesday evening, and along with staff members as well, as wasn't just SLT, but staff members as well. And I think, Grace, as an example, added a lot to the discussion, since she's in the trenches doing that every day and understand it's the logistics of what goes on at the pool, so thank her very much for her involvement as well. So I guess we'll just have a motion then, please, as recommended. Councillor Maceras.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. I'll move that council accepts this report for information.
All right, thank you. All in favor? Okay, carried. And we'll move on to 6.2 with Director Jenkins and the special event policy.
All right, so council saw this policy in draft last week, the special event policy, looking to formalize our special event application process and set some parameters, ensuring public safety and managing town liability while still being able to support those community events. Following the meeting last week, we did add a clause to capture the requirement for notification of impacted property owners where there's a road closure as part of the application, and that 75% support. So the policy goes in detail in terms of what's required, insurance requirements, as well as any community consultation. So at this time, we are looking for council to approve the special event policy as presented.
Okay, thank you, Director Jenkins. Does anybody have any questions about the policy, Councillor Dunham?
Thank you, Mayor Barkley, through Director Jenkins. Thank you again. I did speak up last time, and I'm very happy to see the direction this goes. And I'm also very happy, or I'm looking forward to potentially the insurance, because I can tell you that for some of the small organizations, $400 is a big chunk out of small society's pocket. So if there is an opportunity to have less, that'll really help a lot of them. And it's great to see that 75% threshold there for any businesses being affected. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Councillor Wing.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley, and through to Director Jenkins. I'm curious about how this policy and how our procedures that fall from it apply to some of our outdoor facilities. So, for example, the Centennial Park area. I just had a question raised to me this weekend about an organization in town that is holding a regular event at the park. They're advertising it. They're like, it's something that happens every Sunday. And, you know, do they have to have a permit because everybody else has to have a permit, that kind of thing? So do we provide information at some of those actual sites that say, this is what you have to do to be here?
That's a good point. I don't believe we have any signage at specific facilities. I'm not sure the event that you're referencing, if it is something that meets those thresholds, sort of 50 people in attendance, then there would be that requirement. Yep.
Okay, any other questions? No, then I please have somebody make the motion, please.
Mayor Barkley, I move that council approve the special event policy 2025-00003 as presented.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Okay, and we'll just move into correspondence and information, please. Can you just scroll through the, of course, thanks you. Okay, is there any questions about anything in the correspondence?
Mayor Barkley, may I just like to, I just wanted to comment on the letter that we received from Savannah Price relative to the Aquatic Center. And first of all, I just wanted to comment how happy I was the fact that somebody took the time and actually wrote a good letter like this, that we could actually sit and understand concerns and consider what her concerns were. So, you know, I hope that we can honor her letter with a response. I believe that all of the risk factors that have been identified in this letter, I think they've been well thought out, but I think that they've also been well thought out on this end as well, and they've been addressed. I appreciated seeing it sort of in that format to be able to say, okay, yes, we've talked about this. I'm not sure if this letter was actually written, or if the author of the letter was able to attend the open house last week and might have had some answer to her questions at that time, or if she did this after. But yeah, I just wanted to comment that I appreciate the fact that someone took the time to write a letter to council about the concerns, but I do feel from that risk management perspective that through the process we've been through working with our architects and engineers as well as our senior leadership team, that the risks identified have been addressed.
Okay, thank you. So Councillor Wing, did you want a response to go to this person?
Yes, I would actually like a response, and maybe indicating if she hadn't been at the open house, then when the next one would be, because I believe that her questions will be answered at that time.
Yeah, I think a lot of what Grace discussed would address a lot of these things, but maybe what we'll do, Director Vickers, is next week we can potentially, or with Director Jenkins, we can talk about a response to the letter.
Absolutely. Yes, Mayor Barkley.
Okay, you're welcome. And if there's nothing else, I'll just have somebody please make a motion that we accept the correspondence as information. Councillor Hystad.
Thanks, Mayor Barkley. I'll make the motion to accept the correspondence.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, carried. Thanks. Okay, and we'll move into council reports, beginning with Councillor Bates today.
I have a written report there. The elected officials gathering was, it was interesting and, interesting in the sense that you have quite a few people that weren't running again, and it was chaired by Ray Seidler, who most of you probably have seen and can remember. And it was just a pleasant interaction with the other municipalities. And both the events on the weekend that I went to, the corn roast at the Historical Village and the car show, were just outstanding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Maceros.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. Apologies to council for not having a written report. I attended one MPC meeting, the Aquatic Center information session, and chamber meeting last week, and also some community events, including the Kinsman. And it's the first car show I've ever been to, and now it won't be the last. It was excellent. And the Rotary Long Table. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Hystad.
I'll just remove my report. Thanks.
Okay, Councillor Wing.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. I don't have anything to add to my report. I was not able to attend the car show, so if anyone knows where the corn dogs will be available next, you can let me know. I'd appreciate that.
Councillor Dunham.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. My report is there, and I also attended the car show and enjoyed it once again and look forward to next year.
Okay, thanks. Well, my report's there, but since we're kind of talking about community activities, not necessarily council related, but I attended the Wizard of Oz on Friday night. It was a youth production. There's 28 youth from Central Alberta that was in that play. Local youth was the director, and it was absolutely fantastic. They had shows on Friday night, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. So I believe it was all supported through ITT on a special project, and they're hoping to do it every year. So it was great to see. Then went to the Nazarene Church on Saturday. They were collecting school supplies for John Wilson, so I dropped some school supplies off and went to the corn roast at the Historical Village Saturday afternoon, which was fantastic. Had a tour through Men's Shed. If anybody has an opportunity when the guys are around, I would definitely go take a look at that. They're doing a really great job getting that building in order, and are working on several projects. And then Sunday was also at the car show, so another fantastic day for Innisfail, and great to see, I'm going to say thousands of people, I don't even know, but let's say thousands of people in town yesterday afternoon. So congrats to the Kinsmen for once again putting in all the work that it took to pull that off for another year. So we will move into upcoming events. And just have a motion, please, to accept the upcoming events as information. Councillor Dunham.
Thank you, Mayor Barkley. I'll make the motion just a minute, but Juanita, I will submit, we do have one more Parkland Foundation meeting, so I'll email you with that, but I move the upcoming events.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Bates?
Yeah, I just wanted to add as well, I think I brought it up before, but on the 29th is the little get-together that the Water Commission has down at the Bogan Golf Course, and I'm not sure if we have any of our admin going, but just a reminder that it's occurring, and it doesn't need to make the list here. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So we have a motion to accept this as information. All in favor? Okay, carried. And then we'll have a motion to go in camera, please.
I will make that motion.
Okay.
Sorry, Dale.
No? All right. Okay. Thank you, Councillor Maceras. All in favor? Okay, carried.